Welcome to the Total Miner Layers Guide. I'm going to be going through chests, showing you what's in each layer. This is the surface chest, and it shows everything that you can find at the surface, or mostly everything I can find. Then this next chest will contain everything above it. So you have all the clay. It's the clay layer right there. So just gonna keep falling down to the next ladder where I have the chest that shows everything above it. If you want to know, approximately how deep each layer is, just keep an eye on the bottom left for the little depth gauge. You can get a feel for how deep each layer is. When I get to each chest, I'm going to just quickly scroll through each element, and you can read it in the bottom left. The major element in the layer is going to be on the left hand side, either vertically or horizontally depending on how early in the layer it is. So example, this one's a basalt, and just going to quickly scroll through everything else so you can just read what it is down there. Although it looks like I just mined straight down, I am spinning the whole time I'm mining and keeping an eye on my top left minimap and mining everything that I don't already have one of. And every time I find a new layer, I make a side trip you'll see in the top left there. I make a trip all the way out to the edge of the world and then search that whole section before I consider myself getting a good sample. But even though I have done all that, I might not necessarily have everything. And also, the game is randomized, so what may be in my layers may not be the same in your layers, and vice versa and all that. So this is just what I found in my search of my games. But I believe that it's going to be fairly accurate. I don't think that the game's completely crazy on how it gets randomized. Just because an element only has a single stack in there, only one or two, like there flint has one and greenstone has two, that doesn't necessarily show how prevalent they are in each layer, because after I find one of them, I kind of try to avoid going out of my way to pick up another piece of iron if I already have one, just as a time saver. So all these elements are randomly scattered throughout each layer, and I don't know how densely populated each layer is with each other element, but I do know that I skipped a lot of the easy-to-see ones, such as diamonds and rubies, because they were easy to tell that I already had them. And here we've reached the bottom. I also searched through the magma chamber here to find what I could, but it wasn't anything special. I also searched the magma chamber above this one that's at about 700 for all the elements within that, and that's included in the chest for that layer. And bedrock is at the bottom. So, thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed.